A nightmare, reality, love, or desire. What should we really call this painting by Henry Fuseli? The painting itself is called a nightmare. But what if there was no nightmare at all? What if Fuseli was painting something rooted on reality? Something that didn't happen in a woman's bedroom, but inside her mind. Maybe Fuseli was trying to show us love, desire, and helplessness, all tangled together in the form of a strange nightmare. But why should we even think there was something real behind this painting? There are two clues that make that possibility difficult to ignore. The first clue, the woman lying on the bed. In 1770, Fuseli fell in love with a woman named Anna Landolt. She came from a family Fuseli was connected to, but her family refused to let them marry. We don't know exactly how this failed relationship affected Fuseli, but one thing is clear. For Fuseli, it wasn't completely over. Years later, he created a painting of a woman lying helplessly on a bed, with a strange creature sitting on her chest. And researchers have also pointed to an unfinished portrait found on the back of the canvas while Fuseli was working on a nightmare. A portrait that may have been Anna Landolt. And suddenly, a very interesting possibility appears. What if the woman lying on the bed is actually Anna Landolt, the woman Fuseli loved? If there really is a connection between the two, the painting suddenly takes a very different meaning. And that immediately raises another question. Who or what is sitting on her chest? If we accept the possibility that Fuseli's lover is the woman lying on the bed, then perhaps this painting isn't really about a nightmare. Maybe it's about a man who couldn't get close to the woman he loved, and finally found a way to get close to her inside the world of his own imagination. Maybe Fuseli couldn't finish that relationship in the real world, so he recreated it in the world of fantasy. But remember, this is only a theory, and it's only the first one. Because if we want another clue to answer our original question, nightmare or reality, we have to look at something much older than the painting itself. Humanity's fear of creatures that visit us at night. In Iranian culture, there is an old story about a creature called the Bakhtak. According to the legend, it comes at night and sits on the chest of a sleeping person, leaving them unable to move. And the first time I saw the creature sitting on the woman's chest in Fuseli's painting, that's exactly what I thought of. The experience behind both stories feels strangely familiar. You're awake, but you can't move. Your brain is telling your body to move, but your body refuses to listen. Today, we know this experience as sleep paralysis. But centuries ago, how did people understand it? Long before modern science, people often turned to supernatural creatures to explain experiences like this. Creatures that came in the night, sat on your chest, and left you completely helpless. And now look at the Fuseli's painting again. A woman, frozen on a bed. A creature with his eyes wide open, sitting directly on her chest. A body that seems to have completely lost control. And another creature watching the entire scene from behind the curtain. With these two clues, we are getting closer to the answer. Maybe Fuseli never intended to show us a real monster at all. Maybe he wanted to show us what a nightmare feels like. The feeling of being trapped. The feeling of being watched. The feeling of being completely powerless. And to create that feeling, he used these strange figures, these elements, and this disturbing scene. So maybe now we can say, a nightmare, maybe. Reality, part of it. Love, perhaps the reason behind it. The human mind. Absolutely. Because maybe the scariest thing in this painting isn't a strange creature sitting on her chest. Maybe the scariest part is the possibility that the creature was never really there at all.